Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 95. Yeah, I knew it. Joining me today, we have Daniel Neverreally.
What's up, Connor?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
I'm okay.
No
Not too
Sims?
cold today. No Sims. Not too cold.
You know,
Which is
October was, like, really cold for me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now November is, like, mid-50s, like,
Mhm.
mid-40s. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here?
I was thinking the winter was going to be freezing, but it's not too bad today.
Is the weather weird there in South Carolina? Are you in North Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Well, as time has gone on, it's become less multiple seasons, and now it's just like summer and winter. We used to have a big fall. That's when we get a bunch of tourists and stuff because people want to see the leaves. We're in the mountains, so it's really beautiful up in the mountains. But it's not crazy. Not like
Wisconsin's
you.
always been like, it just can't make up its fucking mind. It's freezing cold one day, hot as fuck the next. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're up in the bitter cold sometimes, I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes. A lot of times, honestly. I mean, wait till like January. That's all I'm complaining about. Anyways, Daniel. No Sims today. He's
No Sims.
This time, the cave collapsed. He was in the coal mine he was in, right? It collapsed.
Oh yeah.
He fell deep down under, and he had to fight a bunch of vampires off.
Whoa.
Yeah. Will Sims
That's
make it out
crazy.
alive? Find out next week on the Nerdic Gods.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
You'll have to subscribe and watch the next week's episode to find out if Sims is alive or not. Anyways, Daniel, been another busy week in the world of video games.
It started slow, and then there was a lot of stories this week.
I fucked up. I completely forgot.
Oh,
I got my energy drink.
Hey,
We're back.
that's a
Hey,
nice
look at this
looking
one. You'll like this one.
Ooh, I do like that one.
Yeah.
That is
hey, look,
nice.
Look at that Master Chef right there. See that?
Yeah, Master Chef.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think this is just regular Rockstar, this one.
It looks like a regular can.
Yeah. Only 160 milligrams of caffeine, so.
I want to give a shout out. Did you see that dynamic theme that they
For
just
what?
released for Infinite? There's a new
Oh.
You just go in there, no
for,
download.
like, the
Go into
dashboard?
go into that dynamic theme. It has Master Chef on it.
I didn't even know they did that anymore.
Yeah, go into those. There's a bunch of them for like the 20th anniversary.
Really? I'm gonna have to look at that. That sounds cool. Anyways, this Rockstar, pretty good. Pretty good.
Rock-
This is what
regular-
regular Rockstar tastes like, huh?
Regular Rockstar's okay. It's better than Monster.
Is it like flavored at all? No, it just
It
says,
says
original.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I'll give it a. We'll go 7.7 on that for Spartan 117. 7.7.3 if that helps you. You know, just to be completely accurate there, you know. on
Sure.
the scale of energy drinks here. Anyways, Daniel, it has now been a busy week in the world of video games. Well,
Mhm.
you know, it has been lighter than I feel like we're winding down now, you know, the years
I
kinda
thought so,
calmed
but
down a
then
little
people
bit.
keep coming out with news, and I'm like, just stop.
Yeah, there's some good stuff here. Like, you know, we get this Mass Effect TV show, a little Starfield stuff, Epic Games buying some stuff. So, yeah, we'll get into all this. Starting with, where is it?
Looking for.
Where's the Mass Effect one? Did we delete it?
You might have deleted it.
Oh my god. Oh no, here it is. Amazon is rumored to be close to finalizing a deal for the new Mass Effect TV show. No word yet on who would be involved in creating the show.
I want to give you a shout out with that. I saw your little tweet to
Oh, thank you.
Drew Karpyshyn.
Yeah, Drew Karpyshyn, who was the writer
Karpyshyn.
of... Yeah, I think, I don't know, that's what I'm going with. Anyways,
Okay.
he was the writer of Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 1, and Mass Effect 2. I believe he also wrote... What's that other weird one no one ever talks about? Jade's
What?
Empire.
Jade
right?
Empire, yeah.
Jade
yeah.
Empire, yeah. I believe he also wrote that. And then he wrote a couple of the Mass Effect books and stuff, too. He's written a bunch of Star Wars books and stuff, too. Really high-level writer. Anyways, he tweeted something about that. He wasn't involved, and then I tweeted back at him, Amazon should just throw you money. Yeah, people seem to like that one.
I mean, what
But-
is he doing now? Is he at a studio right now?
Yeah, he's at that studio that a bunch of BioWare employees broke off and formed that haven't put out anything yet. I forget their
What,
name.
a Casey's studio or a different one?
Different one.
Okay.
It was like Wizards of something like that. That's the name. It's something weird, but they're working on an RPG of some sort.
Keep
so
our eye out for that then.
Yeah. Well, he got hired back at BioWare for a while before Anthem came out. And then I'm guessing he just saw what was going on with Anthem because he was only at BioWare again for like a year because he left after Mass Effect 2. And then, yeah, he was only there for like another year in like 2016-ish. And then assuming he just left after he saw what Anthem became. But yeah, Amazon, hire this guy for your fucking show.
He retweeted your thing or like quote tweeted it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So he's willing to work on this show, obviously.
Cool.
So that'd be awesome for Amazon. Big get for them. He's a great writer though, one of my favorites. So
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a big list of games he's worked on. I wonder if this is what if they are going to finalize the deal with EA. I mean, they have Lord of the Rings.
I guess
right
that's
now.
who the deal have to be going through, huh?
Yeah, they have Lord of the Rings right now in the making, which like apparently like it's rumored, but apparently the budget's like $1 billion for that.
It's like
show.
$1 billion, and it's like supposed to have like 23 episodes a season.
Yeah, it like that shows like we need to see what that show is. That's crazy.
No, it's weird we haven't even gotten a trailer. They did put a date on it though.
And they had that picture.
Yeah,
like that one image. And then they've been doing The Expanse, which is probably the closest thing to Mass Effect. I've never seen it though.
Me neither.
So
I've just heard it's very Mass Effect like.
They need to do maybe not $1 billion of budget, but Mass Effect needs a budget. Sci-fi needs a budget,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Like you're gonna have a lot of CG in this show, so they need to commit if they're going to do this.
If it's good, they could totally make this their sci-fi thing. If like Lord of the Rings hits big, and then have Mass Effect be your big sci-fi thing, like you could totally do that, and that'd be awesome. Like I think a Mass Effect TV show could really work. You know, there's just so much good lore there, and great, character design and stuff like that with all these different species and stuff there, and so much to work with. So much material. They could go deep in, so I think it could make for a good TV show. I wouldn't want it following the games. I don't know how you feel.
I was
going to
ask that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess it depends on how they do it. Like they could do something like one of the original wars or something if they wanted to.
I would do like the start of it. Like that sounds so interesting to me. The start of when humanity discovers something on Mars or whatever, and then they discover one of the mass relays, and then they kind of like get invited into this whole bigger universe of a council and different species that already have their own politics and stuff like that. And so you'd kind of be introduced to that along with the characters in the show, and you'd kind of grow with them and like grow up in that world with them throughout the seasons and stuff like that. That sounds. That'd
be a good way to introduce non-gamers to it, right?
Exactly. You get their foot in the door in the Mass Effect world, and then that also starts the whole interesting war thing with them and the what are the Garrus species called? I forget their names.
The Turians.
Turians, yeah. There you go. You get that whole war aspect with them going on too. So that's what I prefer.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a Shepard-led show. So the weird thing is Shepard is such a personal character. Like your Shepard's probably slightly different maybe than mine. Right. Definitely probably looks slightly different. And who would they go with? The femme Shep or the male Shepard? Like there's a lot of weird things with just Shepard, but they could do something with like Liara. Like if the game's going to be Liara being the main character, why not have Liara younger Liara?
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, by the point Mass Effect 1 starts, she's already been alive, like, I think it was like 120 years or whatever, so.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do, right? Like, I would like more of if I were to do it, I would say do more of like a Game of Thrones style where you have like, not necessarily families, but like perspectives. You're bouncing between the human perspective, which you were talking about. Then we go see a Turian doing something. Then we go see a Solarian doing something, a Krogan doing something. That's what I would prefer.
I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, I say combine our ideas and just do it like that. Yeah.
That's what I think people love so much about Game of Thrones is like, yeah, it's probably mostly a Stark show, but I mean, the Lannisters.
There isn't really a main character of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, I'd say stick more with that. Maybe make the human character kind of the main character, kind of like a Jon Snow's kind of the main character, but like, not like.
Maybe that's how you could have Shepard, right? You could have Shepard early war days, and then maybe you could even then get in like later seasons, then get into the first, second, third game,
Yeah, start showing other perspectives, right?
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. Could be very interesting. They the main thing here, for all TV shows, really, you need a good team. You need a good creative director. You need a good showrunner. All that stuff.
Yeah. See, what I would say, my ideal would be give it to Netflix. Have them do an animated show. That's what I would say.
I wish.
That's what I would say.
Has Amazon done an animated show yet?
Not like that.
Not like that. No, not a good one.
Oh no, because I was thinking the Star Trek thing, but that's not even Amazon. That's Paramount.
Oh yeah, it's Paramount now, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they certainly would need an animated show at some point too, right?
Maybe. I mean, they could do that. I think it would work as an animated show. Oh, you know what? Nope, they are doing one, and I am excited for it. And I will get Amazon for that, which is the Critical Role Vox Machina. Their first campaign, they're doing that whole animated thing. They did that crowdfunding. That's going through Amazon.
I don't even know what that is.
Critical Role, the D&D,
okay, gotcha,
people.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, they're doing their whole first campaign. And I doubt it's gonna be the whole campaign, but they're doing a season of that show. It's
That's cool.
all animated. Yeah.
Yeah, they nailed it though with not nailed it. We'll have to find out. But the Fallout show, they have the guy, the showrunner that I think it's Christopher Nolan's brother, Jonathan Nolan. I think his name is.
Oh, okay.
He's the showrunner for Westworld, but he's also going to be the showrunner for the Fallout show. And it's like that sounds kind of perfect, honestly. There's a lot of like Android type stuff in Fallout, anyways. So it's like you might hit it out of the park with that one. I don't know. I'll be excited for Mass Effect when they get people in it.
Show me something.
Get involved. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The deal's not even finalized yet, so we don't even know what's going on.
It could just not go through.
Yeah. I think there was like a Mass Effect movie rumored forever ago, too, that never ended up happening, so.
I think there was like right around the same time Halo, right?
Yeah. I think all that stuff right around. Every game that came out in 2007 got something.
I think it was Gears, too, had a movie in the
There's a Bioshock one out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think there actually is. Anyways, moving on. Next up. Where is it? Todd Howard and other Bethesda employees did a conversation video on some of their concepts for the upcoming game Starfield, and we also got some new artwork in that video.
Yeah, they're doing a whole like documentary thing.
Yeah, a little like, sit down here. No like real news in this video, you know. But I just wanted to talk about Starfield, honestly.
Yeah, the only newsworthy thing. There's two things that he said. Was one, Todd Howard specifically said like. It doesn't play exactly like their older games is kind of what he said. He didn't get into specifics. He said like
we know it doesn't play like Skyrim. We know you can still pick up stuff like you traditionally can in these Bethesda games.
He said coffee cups, which I thought was funny.
I hope they sell those coffee cups because if you noticed in the video, they were drinking Starfield coffee cups.
I didn't. So he said that. He said like it doesn't play exactly like a Skyrim. Then he said there are two like walkout moments, which is
I
very
found interesting to me. Yeah,
I think one of them could be like walk on a planet, some sort of on a planet walkout moment, and then the other one's 100% in space.
It has to be.
It's got to be.
It has to be. What else could that be? I think my question is with that. Then are we like flying to different planets? You know,
that's
like
a
No
great
Man's
question.
Sky style. Like, are we gonna be able to take off one planet and then go into space and then fly into another one? Because that'd be badass.
Or is it just more like Destiny? Where it's more of a load screen, but that you could probably do more with it.
I think you'll be flying though at some point. Like I think you'll be flying a spaceship.
You could probably answer this. Have they done any vehicle things in any of their games?
No, not at all. Like there's been times where you're in vehicles, but that's like a cutscene.
You got that mech thing you walk into. That's about the closest thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's. I mean, that's power armor in Fallout 4.
Power
so,
armor.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of close, but no, they've never done vehicle type things like that. So. That'd be interesting. I don't know if there's certainly I don't think would be combat in it, but you could do some really fun exploration stuff with that. Especially if there are like a lot of different planets. Like I wouldn't even mind if it's just you take off, you fly, you're in space for a little bit, and then before you go into the next planet, there's a loading screen maybe. You know, maybe then. Because I'd seriously doubt it'd be just one giant
really open
space.
Yeah.
Although how cool would that be, you know?
That'd be insane.
That'd be amazing. Like that'd be what we'd want, but yeah, I don't know. The dream would be that No Man's Sky thing where you just take off and fly into there, and then because they'd have to structure all the worlds differently too. Obviously, all of them couldn't be like a full giant planet-sized map, you know, when you're going to all these different planets and stuff. So, very curious to see what they do here, man.
Honestly, it's they're probably going to do something more like Mass Effect.
Yeah,
where you
just the planet and stuff like that.
Collecting
or Outer Worlds just did this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that too. That's not a bad idea. What I'm also curious about is like, what's the not gimmick, but like, what's the gameplay thing here? Like, you know, Fallout has VATS, right? And then Skyrim has the Dragon Shouts, right? Both those things like completely change up gameplay in both those Bethesda games. And I want to know like, what's the thing here in Starfield? We know we're gonna be shooting guns. You can see guns in the concept art and stuff like that. So I'm wondering,
put a gun down.
Yeah, I'm wondering, you know, I doubt it would just be VATS again, you know? I don't think, maybe they carry something like that over, but...
I'm going to tell you what I want, and you're probably not going to like it.
Sure.
I don't know if I want any of that. Maybe see what I'm thinking is take it even like back because they were talking about it being more grounded than like a Skyrim, which I found pretty interesting. Um, I want something maybe a little more like Red Dead, where it's a little more social. You could talk to everyone, have more things you could interact with and stuff like that, gameplay wise. Maybe like you could do something like a VAT still, make it feel different, but like I'd rather it be more narrative driven than anything.
I like that. I mean, Outer Worlds is actually a really good example of that. There was very little combat in that game if you didn't
I
want there
talked
to
my way
be.
through the entire game.
Yeah, like you didn't really have to fight too much in that game. There was one planet where you had to fight like a shit ton, but other than that, you could really talk your way out of a lot of stuff in that game. And this game does sound like it'd be more exploration focused than any of their past ones, which I mean, all
Just
of them really
exploring the
are.
planets.
But yeah, but this one sounds like they're really gonna lean into that. So yeah, you could be right on the money with that. The thing is like we know there's gonna be combat, and I feel like they need that hook there because they've never been good at making a shooter. You know, like the Fallout games. As much as I love them, Fallout 3, my top 3 games of all time. They all play like ass. From a shooting standpoint, they play terribly. Like they're terrible shooters. Like I don't even just mean like they're bad shooters. Like just compared to other first-person shooters out there, they're bad. They just are.
Yeah.
And,
what they need to do is
that's why they need VATs. Because
that I was gonna say they should just work with like one of the other.
It helped them on Fallout 4, and that was still bad. So it's just I think it's just hard to make really good combat when you make a giant RPG like this, and
sure.
That's why you kind of need that extra like gimmick type thing with like VATs, like the Dragon Shouts and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what the game even looks like. I doubt we'll see gameplay until E3. I think we'll just get a huge blowout at E3 like Todd Howard likes to do. Those big presentations. So probably won't hear anything till then. But
Not anything massive. Then
we might get more stuff like this, Like I'd imagine maybe even this video was actually filmed as like an hour-long conversation, and they just put like 10 minutes of it up, and maybe we'll get more, as
we're definitely getting more.
Months. Yeah,
definitely. They said we're getting more. They said this was episode 1, whatever that means.
Yeah, I think my biggest thing would be they need to improve on the gameplay if there is a lot of combat. That would be my biggest thing there.
I mean, I think most people's really only complaint with their games.
Yeah.
Maybe they're maybe they have too many bugs, and then the gameplay.
Yeah, I think the bugs will definitely somewhat be addressed with the new engine, but
but it's a new engine.
There's that's true too. And I mean, there's always gonna be bugs in giant games like this. Like, I just don't think. Get around
there's very few games that are as interactive as a Bethesda game. There's not very many of them. You can pick up so many different items, and that just doesn't happen in most games.
Mm-hmm. What are you like so excited about this game for? Because both of us picked this for our most anticipated for next year. At least, I mean, that's what we were hinting at with last week's episode with the Game Awards thing. But what exactly are you most excited for?
Sci-fi. I like how much we love Star Wars.
Yeah.
So if this is anything like Star Wars, maybe we can get alien races and all that kind of different stuff. Like that would make me so excited. A narrative-driven Star Wars.
I think there's aliens in the concept art, so I think we are. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're making me more excited.
We're getting aliens, bud.
See, I love Skyrim, so I would like to play a sci-fi Bethesda game. That sounds amazing to me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I'm just, kind of with you, but I'm just most excited because it is a new IP from Bethesda Game Studios, which I haven't had since Fallout 3, and I mean, that wasn't even a new IP at that point.
Right.
But that was just my first experience to it, first time being introduced to it. So
they've wanted to make a sci-fi game forever.
Yeah, they talked about in this video that they had this idea since after Oblivion. So, I mean, this idea has been in their heads for such a long time now. But yeah, I'm just so excited for a new IP. Plus, this might be like, think about it, this might be the last new IP you get from Todd Howard ever. Like it really might be.
Don't say that.
It really might be. The man, how old is Todd Howard?
Right.
Todd Howard's like 50 years old,
Probably some late 40s, early 50s, yeah.
You'd imagine this man's going to want to retire by like 65, 70, right? Something like that.
Maybe
he'll want to go longer, sure, but like just guesstimating here,
Yeah.
He'll put out what? The next Elder Scrolls and Fallout 5, and then he'll be like 65 by that point. You know, and it's like, yeah, this might literally be the last new IP you get from Todd Howard. So
that hurts to even think about.
Do people think about that with Kojima? Because like that man's old. It's like y'all better cherish. If you're a Kojima fan, you better cherish the work he puts out because you're not gonna get too many more. Honestly, like people don't live forever.
You're right. It's sad to think. Same with Miyamoto. Yeah. I don't even want to think about it. We need to move on.
Moving on from this sour
I want to say one more thing about Todd Howard, though.
Sure.
Boy, do I love hearing Todd Howard talk.
Who doesn't, man?
I love hearing.
I would be so intimidated to have a conversation with that guy. He's so smart.
Not even just smart. I love his way of speaking. He just has a very easy way to grasp what he's trying to say. He knows his way around words. Mm-hmm. Unlike like other big executives or big studio heads, because he's not a PR guy. He's just out there. He loves video games and he shows it. You know.
I just agree with a lot of his like philosophy on gaming too, right? Like he was talking about in that Ryan McCaffrey interview like a month ago, how why he came up with the compass thing instead of the mini map on games, you know, because he found himself always staring at the mini map, and so he put the compass in and with that random.
I wish it was an option. I
hate mini maps. That's one of my biggest gripes.
Yeah, I love them.
I found the same thing that he said is that you always end up staring at the mini map. GTA 5 is my biggest complaint with that game.
Yeah, I don't like opening and going to a map. Sure. I would prefer there just be a mini map.
The compass though is so nice because like you never walk on a path then, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't know exactly where they want you to go.
Sure, and like sometimes you end up just running into a mountain, but that's how you find stuff, man. That's what makes exploring so fun in those games.
Yeah, but then I'm just going to the Skyrim map and just having to look at the map instead of looking at a mini map.
Sure, I feel you, but like you just come across so much random shit in their games that is like I was playing Fallout 4 the other day, and you know I'm just walking, and all of a sudden I'm going to my destination on a new main quest, and I hear some little kid, and he's like, help me, and I look over and there's a fridge on the ground. I open the fridge and there's a little ghoul kid in there, and I'm just like, all right, this is fucking awesome. And then we went on a whole little quest to go find his parents, and like it was awesome. And it's just like
ghoul parents,
yeah, shit like that. And like I feel like you don't get a lot of that type of shit in other games, especially in games where people talk about like exploring so much. Like I know I hate on Breath of the Wild a lot. I do like that game quite a bit, but like Breath of the Wild, like I feel like people talk about exploring in that game so much. All you really did is like go over a mountain and there was an empty field with the same 3 trolls guarding a chest, you know? And sometimes there'd be some cool shit like I think you're kind of
I think you're kind of
it wasn't that whole game. I mean, there was a lot of cool shit in Breath of the Wild, don't get me wrong.
I mean, it's about going to see the cool towns, seeing there's a lot there.
But there was never a point in Breath of the Wild where I found a little kid in a chest and went on a quest to go find his parents. You know what I mean? Nothing even close to that. You know what I mean? Never go on like a grand adventure when you go exploring in Breath of the Wild. Just find some random fun shit, yeah. But yeah, that's just what I like about Bethesda Game Studios so much.
Sure.
Good little conversation about Starfield. Moving on now.
Excited for it.
Me too, man. Can't wait. Next year's a banger. Can't wait.
Imagine if everything hits next year and we're gonna get more.
Well, it's like announced. At the very least, February's already so stacked. So like, even if some of those games got delayed, they'll at least still come out next year. You know, like even if Horizon and Elden Ring both got delayed, they'll still come out next year, presumably. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's even, like I said, there's more that's not even announced that's going to come out next year.
Yeah, we don't even know about yet.
Yeah, crazy.
Continuing on, 343 is giving Game Pass Ultimate members a monthly in-game bonus. The first one being an AR bundle. This is for Halo Infinite, by the way. Sorry,
yes.
Didn't mention that. Yeah. But yeah, you get a cool little bonus
it's coming out
here
on
for
launch.
Game
This
Pass.
is the first one.
Yeah, coming out December 8th, launch day, campaign launch day.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're giving like Ultimate members like a little something, probably once in a while. Yeah, I think it's really cool. It looks okay, but it's nice that they're giving us something, right?
Yeah. This is just a skin, right?
Yeah, it's just a skin for your AR.
Do you need the You don't need the battle pass to get this, right?
No, this is for Ultimate. This is if you're an Game Pass Ultimate member.
Okay, cool. So you just get this.
So I don't know if you know how it works. I guess I should say how it works. So, as a Game Pass Ultimate member, if you go into your Game Pass, there is a perk section, and you just can get free things.
Oh,
so
okay.
I would recommend
see that.
Yeah, if you go to your perk section, and if you have not ever went in there, there's probably some free things you might want. I think there's one thing that I was looking at was I think there's like 4 free months of Spotify Premium in there.
Oh, that's cool.
That perk section is where they did the Disney Plus thing, where you got like I forget how long it was. It was like a month of Disney Plus or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of little perks in there, so that's where this will be.
Might as well
So
just
you'd
go
have
in
to
there and claim that stuff.
exactly go in there, claim
Yeah.
it. They've done stuff with Apex, like little charms and stuff. So you just go in there, you claim it, and then it'll pop up in Infinite.
Cool. Yeah, I was looking at the customized stuff. I didn't realize you didn't get anything unless you have the battle pass, which is weird.
You unlock things.
Do you get? I just hope give me something for beating the campaign and then like beating the
You
campaign
will.
on legendary. Yeah, that's what I want. Like, just give me that.
Yeah.
That's all I really need.
The campaign will 100% give you stuff because you don't even have the Chief armor yet.
That's a good
You
point.
don't look
Yeah.
like Chief,
Yeah.
so like you are 100% getting stuff in the campaign. They always do that.
Yeah, that's all I want. Give me that that flaming sword from Halo 3. Remember that thing?
A sword?
There was like a katana you could put on your back.
It was the Hayabusa armor.
Yeah, that was it.
Where you got
That
the
thing was
katana on your back.
badass. Yeah. Badass looking armor.
I had like the recon helmet.
Oh, okay. How did
That
you
was-
get that? Couldn't you set that on fire?
That was no. There was another. There was a flaming head. I don't remember how you got the flaming head.
I think it was just Bungie employees had it.
Oh, it was like a special thing with Bungie
Something
employees
like
can
that.
give it to you or something.
Yeah.
But because there were more than just Bungie employees that got it. The recon helmet was like there was a very particular way to get that. I forget what it was. I think you had to like play at a certain event or something to get it.
That's cool. I always like cool little stuff like that. There's
Yeah,
a bit
I mean,
too
they're gonna-
much in Infinite. Like, there's too many customizable options. I know that's just how games are nowadays, but there's like so many when you look through them.
Not. I don't know. There's even less emblems than there were in past games.
Can you
You
get
go
all the
look at-
emblems without the battle pass, or do you need the battle pass for that? Too?
Well, no, there are some like other ones. I mean, just like if you go look at what old school emblems there used to be, some of them
Yeah.
are just not even in this game.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like we're not at launch yet. It's next week, so maybe they're gonna add more when it launches. I'm not sure though.
I hope we get modes next week.
We're gonna get.
sometime.
They're
I
definitely.
know everyone's
adding-
complaining about the battle pass. Like, I could really give a fuck
I
about the
don't
battle
care.
pass.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
care
don't
about it.
either. Yeah, I just been.
I
playing the game.
I
don't
literally
really care,
I'm not
but-
gonna buy it. I don't look at it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
so.
either. I mean, I would like new helmets and stuff like that, but like we just said, I'm hoping the campaign will give you something. But yeah, I hope we get modes next week. What were you saying about that?
I was gonna say we'll probably get something next week. Maybe a couple more maps, something for
Yeah,
launch.
maps would be cool.
You know.
Something like that. I'd like some old maps to return. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we talked about this at some point with it being a Halo Reach season. Season 1's Halo Reach, so maybe they'll do
Oh,
some
is it?
Reach.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's the
that's
fall
why it says Reach. Yeah.
or Heroes of Reach or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
so
whatever it's called. Yeah.
they'll probably do some Reach maps. I mean, Reach
That'd be
didn't
cool.
have like the
I'm trying
most
to think of like an
memorable.
iconic map from Reach. Yeah.
What was it? There was one that was kind of. If you remember, Halo 3 had high grounds.
Yeah.
And there's one that's like high grounds in Reach. That one was like
I remember
the beta
one
map.
that would look like the Forge map. Is that what you're talking about? Like it was like on that same Forge map?
No, different one.
No. Okay. I remember that
Different
one being
one.
really good.
There was the one where you're inside, and you get the jetpacks, and it has like the big
Oh,
lift.
and it had a bunch of ramps and a bunch of levels and
ramps.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
I like
okay.
that one. That one might be one of my favorite ones from
Yeah,
Reach.
they could put that in. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Get a nice
Definitely,
vertical angle
I
too,
would-
and
I would hope just any Reach maps, to be honest, though.
yeah,
just
that'll be
celebrate
fun
Reach.
when we get into like Halo 2, Halo 3. Then bring back those maps. That'll be fun.
Literally bring them all. I don't care.
Yeah, looking forward to
Bring
the
'em all.
seasons.
Just give me, just give me all the Halo 2 maps.
Yeah, all
just
Halo 2, all
only play
Halo
that.
3. I'm in for that.
I would never play any other map.
Continuing on then, Epic Games has acquired Harmonics. The Guitar Hero / Rock Band developers' next project will be to create musical journeys and gameplay for Fortnite. Bum bum bum. How you feel about that, Dane?
What a mixed story. What a mixed story. Because it's like Harmonix is definitely one of the most unique developers just out there. They've constantly putting out cool, unique things. Like last year, they put out Fuser, which is really cool, of combining songs together and to make your own song. Like they just have some really cool tech out there. Like
Did they make that one thing with like the real guitar that you would use?
Rocksmith, I'm pretty sure that was them.
That was them too. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. They're just a really cool studio. It's nice that they have been acquired. Now they have all the employees are safe. Like the studio's not really going anywhere now. You know, like they've been pretty indie for a long time. It just sucks that I hope that they're not just Fortnite's really doing their big music stuff, but they better not just only be Fortnite devs.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
just the worst
it's
thing
interesting you
you
say
can
that about
tell.
their other projects because I would have just said like, oh, they haven't made anything since Rock Band because I always forget what they're working on
DJ
now and
Hero,
currently stuff.
remember that?
Oh yeah, when was that? That was still a
That
long
was
time ago now though.
yeah, that was like 360. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, you could have told me this company closed down like years ago, and I would have
No,
believed you.
they did Drop Mix. You remember Drop Mix? That was Drop Mix was the thing that they made right before Fuser,
Hmm.
where you had like the cards, and then there was like a little board that you could play with people, and you could drop songs in, and it would do a lot of similar things that Fuser does, where it kind of fuse songs together. But you like take little beats and stuff, and you make a song, like a beat from this song, or this from this song, vocals from this song. This came out like, oh, maybe 6, 7 years ago. I don't remember the exact year. And then Fuser last year.
That's interesting. Yeah, I would hope they're not just on Fortnite now, having to do Fortnite stuff for till the end of time, but we'll see.
That's a sad way to go.
You get bought
Especially
just for that.
yeah.
I guess you get money though, right?
You're getting money. They're safe, but the studio's so creative and weird, and
Yeah.
like,
Hopefully they're still able to make weird things.
yeah. I hope
Yeah.
that they just maybe take some devs that can do help with their musical stuff, and then kind of let the rest of them kind of do some weird stuff.
You think Rock Band could ever make a comeback?
And they said they're still going to support Rock Band 4.
I know they
so-
still put out DLC for it all the time. Like they still
Yeah.
add new songs and stuff all the time. But
I
like,
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't know. I would.
that feels like just such a time thing,
It was a
like,
time and place.
Like people loved it at that time, and then it dropped off, and then I don't know if it could ever make a comeback now. I don't know if people want that much stuff sitting around their house anymore.
Yeah.
Did you have all this shit? You had the drum kit and all that?
I actually didn't have any of it.
No.
But
I never had the
have
Rock Band
played them
stuff.
before.
I had the Guitar Hero. I was super into Guitar Hero too. I thought that was a great game.
Yeah, I played a few of them. It was never my. I'm not a rhythm person, but I just really appreciate them from a distance, and I'm a huge music fan. I don't know. I think there could be a comeback for this. Like maybe after a lot
They
of
tried not like a few years ago. Remember?
they did with Rock Band 4, and then they did Rocksmith, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that there is a time. I mean, once we kind of get better with like the virus and everything, I think maybe more people would be willing to do more things like that. I think like barcades would be great for this type of thing. Bring it back, have a lot more barcades, and they could have all the instruments. They're just the big issue with that is right now they're not remaking the instruments.
Sure.
They stopped like development of those instruments, so
Yeah.
they would need to make them again.
Imagine how good ones you could make nowadays too.
I know,
Just
yeah,
advances in technology and stuff like that.
because you have to make more because those things break. Like they
Yeah.
are like plastic. Like
I mean,
you
now
can't just
everyone's Rock Band set's got to be old. Like
yeah,
it's like-
or they got rid of them or something, right?
yeah, exactly. People just collecting dust in attics everywhere across America
Yeah.
right now. That and Wii boards.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. But with Epic, this is like their first time acquiring a studio, right? I know they've like put a bunch of money and have deals with like the Playdead and then other
Yeah, they have like
who else?
publishing
Remedy.
deals.
Yeah, they have deals
Remedy.
with Remedy right now too. But this is
Yeah.
their first time that I can think of that they've actually bought a studio, right?
At least of recent memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely do more publishing deals. So
I wonder
think
how
that,
much more they'll want to
honestly,
go into this.
it just sounds like they're just mostly. I hope it's not exclusively, but it just sounds like they're just going to help with the more concerts, more digital concerts. They've really only done what 2 of them, so they're probably going to ramp that up. We'll probably see one every month or something.
Oof, that's a lot.
It sounds like a lot, but I mean, what else is you going to get Harmonics to do if they're only working on Fortnite?
Yeah,
So,
that's a good point. We will see.
Yeah.
We'll be
or,
interested.
or what are we going to get Rock Band in Fortnite? Maybe that's your way to. Oh my
Ooh,
god,
that'd
I
be
hate that I
fun.
just said move on, move on. I don't want to put that out in the world.
All these kids gotta buy a drum set. Okay, moving on.
I was just thinking of like having like Batman and Naruto and Harley Quinn or Luke Skywalker or not Luke, Ray. They're all just like playing instruments to like Travis Scott.
This sounds fucking awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate it so much.
Ariana Grande in a band with Darth Vader.
Ariana Grande,
awesome.
like lead singing as Batman's playing the drums. Oh my god. Star Lord's over
Pony
there
comes in.
Oh my
Why
god.
not? This is fun. Fortnite, man, what a world.
Wolverine shredding the guitar, you know.
Wolverine just kills Ariana Grande.
Oh my god.
All right, moved on. Mercury Steam, who recently just put out Metroid Dread, is now working on a third-person action RPG for 505 Games. Bum, bum, bum. These guys work on a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, so if you kind of know a little bit of their history, they are the Lords of Shadows developer.
Okay,
So
those are the third-person Castlevania games?
Yeah, that's that third. So they do have a history of doing like third-person action games.
People like that
this
first one, right?
The first one people like. The second one I think has some like weird narrative things. It's just not as liked, I think. But they've done other third-person action games. It's interesting that they're doing a 505 game right now. Maybe they want to take a break from 2D Metroids. But it's weird that Nintendo's not like locking them down.
Yeah.
Like they've made back-to-back 2D Metroids, and then their most recent Dread is the most successful. So like
highest sold Metroid game ever, right?
Maybe exactly, or at least the fastest. I don't know where it's capping out.
It'll probably end up being the highest sold, I'd imagine.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think Prime 1 is the most right now. What was I saying? Yeah, so maybe Nintendo will still lock them for the next one. It'll just be after this, so it'd probably be another 5 years maybe for the next Metroid. But
yeah, I don't know if we should be like champion for more studio acquisitions, but Nintendo should probably just buy these guys now.
I thought I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't after Dread.
Yeah,
it wouldn't just like.
I mean, they bought the Luigi's Mansion 3 guys
next level
this year. Yeah, next level. So. They must be looking at buying studios too.
Maybe, but the weird thing is they don't.
Yeah,
people just work with Nintendo.
Yeah, good point.
People just make Nintendo games, like Ubisoft. Look, like they're not locking Ubisoft down, but they're making two, or I guess now the sequel to Mario plus Rabbids. Like that's a Nintendo exclusive. It's not going anywhere, but it is a Ubisoft game.
I know we get that, and then like some Square ones, but it just I don't know. Nintendo just never feels like they have enough. For me personally, it's like I know they just make a lot of games that aren't for me, so that has a big thing to do with it. But like, I don't know. I always just feel like Nintendo is just like has like 1 or 2 games a year that I'm interested in. Like I'd like to see more out of Nintendo. I wish they were really competing with PlayStation and Xbox, but
I mean sometimes
I know they don't
need
to because they're making so much fucking money anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
sometimes their output's a little weird, like. We were so excited, at least I could speak for myself, is Mario Golf. That was like one of my most anticipated when I saw it. And then like how little effort that it seemed like was actually put into the game. Maybe it was just rushed out. Because like Camelot's a very good studio. They just probably didn't have enough time for polishing and making more stuff in the game. So I don't know. Nintendo's weird. It's like some games it just seems like they're just putting them out there. I mean it was the same with Mario Tennis. Like I was excited for that game and then didn't seem like there's a lot of content.
No, yeah.
Like I don't really want to like. What's the point?
It was fun. I mean, I played Mario Tennis. Like it was a good time, but it wasn't. There just wasn't much going on there. I mean, I bought it and I probably only played it for like 2 hours and all.
Yeah.
It's weird. So you would think like they could have made like a banger sports game, Mario sports game every year.
Oh yeah, or at least every other year or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it doesn't even have to be developed by the same teams, but just like you could have made that like a yearly thing, one Mario sports game, and like.
Yeah, I would love that. Rotate from like we don't think we've even gotten a football game, so rotate from like Mario Strikers, football, you even go into hockey, right?
Oh,
like
basketball,
tennis,
all major sports. There's a lot of them.
I know that would be great. Baseball.
People buy these too, so yeah. Back to this Mercury Steam thing though. What do you want to see from this? You're more acquainted with this studio than I am.
Well, I don't know if they're going to work with like a 505 IP. Did they say that it's going to be new? I don't.
I can look into that.
Yeah, if you could maybe click in and see if they've talked about something new. I would like something new and see what they got. Like they've worked with 2 really big IPs in Castlevania and
it says
Metroid.
Working on a third-person action RPG set in a dark fantasy world. Nothing about IP or anything.
Okay. I mean, if they're not saying it's a new IP, I wonder if it is a 505 IP.
What are 505 IPs though?
Nothing comes to my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you Plague Tale, maybe, but that's not.
That is a dark fantasy world.
It is a dark fantasy. That's why I said Plague Tale. I don't know though. I'd have to go into their what they've made, I guess.
Yeah, here, let me look them up a little bit.
Sure. I'd like to know.
Yeah, because I just don't know. You know, obviously they made the third-person Castlevania games, so they have a history. Yeah. Those are what, more action type, like Devil May Cry type things, right?
It's more
I think I played a little bit of the first one.
You use your whip. They have their whip, like the standard like Belmont whip.
So it looks like they made a couple like super small games, and then they made the Lords of Shadow games, and then Metroid Samus Returns. Some game called Space Lords in 2017.
That's the same year Samus Returns.
Yeah, it is. And then Metroid Dread. So not too deep.
So I'm pretty sure their main developers went straight from Returns to Dread.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that would make sense. I wonder if this will be a 2D style type thing then still. Or they said third.
No, they said 3D.
Version, yeah. So I wonder if they'll go back to the action type thing that Castlevania Lords of Shadows was.
If you're still looking at it, when did Lords of Shadows 2 come out?
2014.
That's really quick. So I'm wondering if maybe we'll see this within the next like couple years.
Yeah, we could. I wonder how big of a studio it even is.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I know they're Spanish. That's the only thing I know.
Okay.
It's a Spanish studio.
Interesting area.
It is. It's very they are very interesting.
Don't get a lot of devs coming out of there.
No, so I would like to know how big they are, because you know what? Now that I'm thinking, maybe they're big enough to continue making Metroid and have this be like the main focus, and then have a smaller team making Metroid.
Yeah, maybe
within the studio. So maybe they're doing
background with it.
Yeah,
we will see. Next up, Respawn is discontinuing sales of Titanfall 1 on March 1st, 2022. The servers will remain up for players, and Respawn is still committed to the franchise.
Yeah, they definitely clarified that. They said we're still committed to the series. I
swear, guys, we're still committed. Yeah. Okay, we'll see.
They're keeping Titanfall 2's in sale and all that. It's just you cannot buy the game after March 1st. But if you have it, you still be able to play it online and stuff. So that's nice.
Titanfall 1, I feel like more than most, first games to sequel is now really just like irrelevant. I feel like you really don't need to play Titanfall 1 at all. There's really nothing that Titanfall 1 does that Titanfall 2 doesn't.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so there's really no reason
better story.
Yeah, exactly. Better story, yeah, there's a campaign in that one. But I mean, the gameplay is like virtually the same except the grappling hook, and stuff like that, which is just a great added addition anyways, so who really cares? So yeah, I feel like there really is like who the hell was even playing Titanfall 1 still,
There's probably a dedicated community.
I'm sure there is, like there is with every game, but like with Halos, for example, I could see why you would want to stay
People were playing Halo 2 until those servers.
Exactly.
Did you hear the story of people were playing Halo 2
when the servers shut down
way after?
They just kept their game going.
They kept their game going. It was so funny.
That's hilarious. But no, with Halo, I could totally understand why you'd want to play Halo 2 and not touch the new one, or Reach and not touch the new one, or 3 or whatever, because they all play a little bit differently and do different things and stuff like that. I would love that. Oh, there's no dual wielding.
No,
Infinite, right?
they haven't had it. It's
crazy.
been gone.
I never even thought of that. Yeah. Wasn't it in one of them? Wasn't it in 5?
No.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyways, like I said, I just feel like with Titanfall 1, there's really no reason to play Titanfall 1 over Titanfall 2.
Or Apex.
Yeah.
Which is plays very similar. It's in the same universe, right? Like they are committed to the universe of like the Titanfalls. Whether the next game's going to be Titanfall 3, who knows if they're going to use that name. I hope that they do. I think just kind of keep Apex itself, and then do an actual main game with a campaign.
Do you like Apex?
Yeah, I love Apex.
Oh, okay.
I just don't play it.
I've played a little bit of it, and I was just like, this is like if you take all the fun out of Titanfall.
No, it's just a different game though. Like I played it for like 6 months of that year. Was it 2019? And I got every achievement. If that tells you.
Really? Wow. Okay,
It's
so
not
you
an easy
really liked it.
achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get wins with like each of the types. You have to get a certain amount of damage done with each of the characters. The hardest achievement took forever, which was there are like equipment slots, and you have to get the legendary, which is like the yellow piece for everyone, and you have to equip them all. And there's not very many of those drops in the game.
Interesting.
So there's like a helmet you have to equip, a backpack, there's a shield, and I think there's one more thing. I think there's like 4 pieces, and that took forever. But I do have 1,000 in that game.
I always wanted just a straight Titanfall battle royale. Ever since 2, and then when battle royale became like a really big thing, like how fun would that fucking be, man? Just give me like a giant city. It would take a lot.
The map
like,
would need to be huge.
The map would need to be huge, and it would need to be a
Or
giant
less
city
players.
so you could wall run everywhere.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're dropping in robots and stuff. Look, this would cost a lot of money. It would take a lot of time and effort. I get it, but man, would it be fucking cool? How fun would that be? Just by yourself, calling in your robot friend, stuff like that. It'd be so.
I love Titanfall. We need another one, man.
Oh, do so
I
badly.
love Titanfall 2 so much. That game's amazing.
Yeah.
But everyone go play Titanfall 2. That game's like $5 like every other month.
It's funny because I feel like majority of people have by now.
I don't think so.
I feel like a lot
I'd
of
like
people
to know what
hopped on
sales
it,
are.
Yeah, like total sales of that game. Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
interested in that as well. Anyways, continuing on. Chrono Cross might be getting a remake and could be announced sometime before Christmas.
Be next week, maybe.
Yeah, next week, Game Awards seems like a prime time for this. Rumors are saying this isn't like a really high budget remake.
Probably just an update.
From what I'm reading, yeah, it sounds like more of a remastered type of, like they did this with they were talking about this on Sacred Symbols, the Secret of Mana games that Square put out. They were pretty much just like an upper res, put it out type thing. Whatever. You have any history with this franchise?
I don't, but I want to play Chrono Trigger and this game very badly. So if there's a modern way to play this game, I would love to play it. Like I hear that this is like one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. Is Chrono Cross. I mean, even Chrono Trigger as well. So I would love to play that. I know one of my friends, Ned, this is his favorite gaming soundtrack ever. So I definitely want to experience this game. I just wish there was a more modern way to play Chrono Trigger. Like it's not on consoles, it's on mobile and I think PC. But I'm not going to
really
play it.
Hard to get that game right.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it on PC. I'm not a nerd,
No, yeah. You don't want to steep that low,
No.
It's interesting though, like why not Chrono Trigger? That's the one everyone thinks of. I had to look
but you don't mess with Chrono Trigger.
but I had to look up what Chrono Cross even fucking was. I was like,
you've never heard of it?
I've heard of it, I'm sure, but like I didn't realize there was another game set in that universe where
I think it's like a spiritual successor.
I read it has like nothing to do with what happens in Chrono Trigger. It's just like in that universe. So yeah, but like why not Chrono Trigger? Yeah, especially if it is just like an up-res thing. I know you don't mess with that game, but you wouldn't have to if it's just an up-res, right?
They still might be porting that game eventually.
Yeah,
I mean Square's got a lot of like they're going to do all those older Final Fantasies, which I would like to play some of them. I like especially 6 and 4. Really want to play those two. But those are only on mobile and PC right now.
Yeah, it's so weird those aren't on console yet.
Square's doing some weird stuff. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I would like to play this, especially if it's coming to consoles. I would like to play it.
Yeah. You think we'll get this next week though? Game Awards.
I don't know if you've been keeping up with Keeley. Man, he's like hinting
teasing a lot of
he
stuff.
said,
here.
he's saying that this show is going to be very good. Like there was one, he said he's going to have one reveal that he's been working on for years or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 years or something.
Yeah,
he's been working on this
what does that
reveal.
mean, Keeley?
Yeah, it's like I don't. Okay, cool.
What's that mean? I'm excited, but I don't know what that means.
Also, like, what do you mean you've been working on the reveal for 2.5 years? Like, why is it taking you so long?
Is he making a game? Are we getting
right?
a Keeley?
Is that what's happening here? Maybe Keeley's making Silent Hills.
Oh my god!
Oh man,
he's working with a what?
Hassan.
Hassan to make Silent Hills.
He's over at Blue Box working on it.
Oh,
he is
Blue
Hassan.
Box.
How dope!
You like how
would that be?
everyone forgot about them? Isn't that funny?
Yeah. What if they come to the Game Awards? Hassan walks out. How fucking awesome would that be?
I'm here to present Game of the Year. It's Blue Box.
He shows another 3-second trailer of a band
Of that same-
of a guy walking from a different
It's
angle.
the same guy walking. It's the same
He
shot.
just
He's like,
sees
I got
pants
something
in
new
his
to
shoes.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, new to show, and then it's the same
Very
thing.
exciting for me, guys. Fucking Assad. Oh man. That's been my favorite story of the year, I think, even though it's like not even really a story.
What a ridiculous thing that's happened this year with that.
It was such a silly thing. Anyways, moving on. We'll see Chrono Cross probably next week.
Hopefully.
A lot of fun rumors at the Game Awards. I don't mean to just sit on this, but like, there's a lot of stuff. The new
I haven't looked too
Bioshock.
much.
Oh, okay. The new Bioshock is maybe gonna be there.
I mean, we've been hearing about this for a couple years now with Cloud Chamber. So
Yeah, there's a name that leaked. I think it was
Isolation.
Man, what was it? Isolation. Yeah, that was it.
I
See,
did
you know
see
what I'm
that. I
talking
didn't see
about.
any other rumors that it would be here. I did
Yeah.
see the Isolation.
I don't like that name because of Alien Isolation, but
It's okay.
yeah,
I'm fine with it. Like
Sounds
just because
interesting.
another name, it's another name.
I'd be
someone else
very
doesn't-
hyped though if that got revealed. That
I'd be
very
even
exciting.
more hyped if we could finally show me what's his name, Ken Levine's game. It's been insanely long.
I
Like
don't even
this
know.
man has been
Who-
working on
who
a
even
game
knows what that is at this
since
point.
Bioshock Infinite. Like, what are you doing? Show me anything.
It's supposed to be like a AAA game too. Is what he
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
Well, what's weird, it's supposed to be huge, and there's only like 20 something people in that studio.
Yeah, it's a
Which is
very small
insane.
team. Yeah, I guess that's why it's taking so long, right?
Could be. Maybe he's. Yeah. I mean, sounds like they're doing it the right way, right?
Yeah, him and what's the dude's name? The witness guy, Jonathan Blow.
Jonathan Blow. He
Yeah,
just puts out a game every
Where
10
is
years.
that guy? I follow that guy on Twitter, and he'll just like tweet random shit sometimes, and I'm just like, dude, where's your game? What are
He'll
you
make
doing?
another Witness type game.
You know, he just Play Dead too. Like these guys just like they go so quiet, and then they're gone for like 7
They
years.
announced their game like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
That like
they'll-
space game.
They'll put out a screenshot once a year.
Crazy.
Moving on, our last news story. Sifu is getting an exclusive preview build for YouTubers and Twitch streamers on December 15th. We are
Mhm.
currently not on the list. Who did we say was making this game?
This is Slow Clap.
Slow Clap. Slow Clap. We are totally willing to play this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to play.
We'll
This is
play it on
a very
December
highly
15th.
anticipated game for me.
Sims is super excited for this too, so like we'll give it to him.
Sure,
Slow Clap,
yeah.
we're ready. Daniel, you very excited for Sifu?
Yes.
Me too.
I was me slow clapping.
I'm super happy that they moved that release date up for this game to February 8th
Yeah.
instead of that. It was like right in the middle of Horizon and Elden Ring.
I hope that this game. I hope it lands. 'Cause, like, it looks awesome.
It does.
And the mechanic of growing old seems interesting. How does that gameplay feel?
Yeah.
How long is the game? What other background mechanics is actually happening? Like, are we getting roguelike type like progression? That type of stuff. I want to know more about what's happening because they have not talked
I think it's
about
all going to come down to that combat, right? Like how good
Yeah.
does that actually feel? Because it looks super cool, but does it actually feel?
Does it
super
feel that
cool, you know?
fluid?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the big thing there. You're right. I could totally see it coming out and being like a 7 out of 10 type thing, but like also it could be great. Who knows?
I know people liked Absolver.
Yeah.
It just didn't like blow everyone away.
Yeah, very happy with that release date though now too. Although it does kind of get in the way of Dying Light 2 now. I'm so worried about February. February's like giving me anxiety. There's so many games I want to play.
Yeah. You're just
Yeah.
gonna have to put your head
Like
down
I
and
really
start
want to play
playing
Dying
games.
Light 2, but then it's like we get a Horizon and Elden Ring, and it's like why do all three of these got to be giant open world?
Don't
games?
forget Pokemon Legends Arceus comes at the end
That's
of
like the
January.
week before that. The week
Yeah.
before Dying Light.
Yeah.
And that's another open world game.
Well, they said it's more like open sections.
Yeah, we'll see with that one. I don't know. We'll see how good that game even is.
don't know.
I am not confident on that game.
I would not be either. I
Yeah.
would not be either.
We'll see with that. But back to Sifu. We will take the preview build, Soul Clap. That's all I'm saying. We will take it.
Put me on the list.
Yeah, put us on the list. We'll take it. We'll promote the shit out of that game. Why not?
Sure.
Sell more copies than anyone. Think PlayStation's gonna sell you any copies? No. I think it'd do nothing.
What, you're gonna sell more copies than PlayStation?
I'll sell more copies than PlayStation. What? You're gonna get a thing on the front page, you know, on the PlayStation store, you know? What's
Yeah,
that
millions
gonna
of people
do?
see it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah.
Me though, I'll sell like 2-3 copies maybe.
Whoa.
Be sold to you and Sims. We're gonna buy it anyways. Anyways, all right. We can move on to what we've been playing now, Daniel. You want to start?
I can if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
I played a little bit more Halo.
I can talk about
Not
this.
a lot.
I've been playing a lot of Halo.
Yeah, maybe we should start with you because I have not
Sure.
played a ton. I have one little like story I want to tell. So I was playing a ranked match. I had 4 people watching me as I was
Ooh.
trying to play this ranked match. Like they
Oh,
were
they were
just
like
in
in your
here
room, yeah.
just watching me, and
That's
like I'm trying to like
nerve-wracking. Fuck
make
that.
call outs and stuff. It's like,
Jesus,
all right,
guys, stop looking. Getting
I
sweaty
know,
hands over here.
I know, and it wasn't my best game.
Nah.
But I got better as the game went on. It was Stronghold ranked match Stronghold on Live Range or whatever, Live Fire. And I got an overkill at the end of the game, killed their whole team, and captured B for the win.
Ooh.
I
wow.
was losing my mind. I was
And the
so
4 people were
hyped.
still watching?
Yes. Well, Sloan had walked away right when I did
Sloan
that.
got uninterested.
No, he walked away to do something else, and then that got my overkill right there.
Sure. He had to leave right then.
Yeah.
Fucking Sloan.
Yeah.
He's
He
gotta get
was
on Halo
messing
with
me
us.
up. He was messing me up.
That's it.
He walked away, and I got my overkill. So.
Did you play the Fiesta mode at all?
I played a few matches of that. Yeah.
Okay, I had a lot of fun with this. The Fiesta mode.
Fiesta's fun.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fun. I especially liked it because I finally got to use other guns. You know, like
Yes.
you don't get a lot of time with them in just a regular, Slayer match or whatever.
What was that pistol? That shock pistol? Never seen that weapon before.
Oh,
ever.
the one that like zaps people with the
Yeah.
electricity or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Never
saw
seen
it a
that
couple times on
Okay.
before that. Yeah. It's
on like
on
Big Team Battle.
I can't remember specifically. I remember it being on like the wall where like the weapons will spawn in sometimes. So like
I've
there's
never
one of
seen
those
that gun.
That map with like the spot in the middle where like when B goes there, it's like wide open. You know what I'm talking about. We played on this map. It's got like the sword and that spot where you gotta jump to.
Oh, Aquarius.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't know the names of the map yet. But yeah, the guns were so fun. Did you what was the gun called? The like new shotgun that like it goes like vertical when you zoom in. Yeah, that.
Oh, that's not that. The Bulldog's the regular shotgun.
Oh, no, not the human shotgun. I'm guessing this is the brute shotgun.
I know what you're talking about. The one where you could switch.
Yeah, it goes like vertical when you zoom in, and then horizontal when you're not in. That shotgun is badass. I love that thing.
I like it. I don't know if I love it. I like the Bulldog, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah. Anyways, Fiesta, I just found it so fun to switch between all the weapons and get the power-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get rockets, except for if you're me.
No, you never got rockets.
Never. I played like maybe, I don't know, 6 matches of that game. Not once did I get a rocket launcher.
Really?
But guess what? Everyone on the other team could get rockets every other time they spawn.
All the time.
Every other time they spawn.
Rockets.
Never got a rocket.
They'll get you from so far away, the rockets, too.
Jesus. But the nice thing, too, is you get randomized equipment every time you spawn. So you could, it allows you to try.
You also got, like, more of the, at least with the, what's it called? The grappling hook one. You got, like, 5, and I think you normally get 3 shots
I think it's 3 for all of them normally.
I swear in Fiesta you got 5.
Or no, I think the shield's only 2, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe it's 3.
Anyways, that was fun because like, plus like everyone else was seeming to get a grappling hook too, so I pretty much got to use the grappling hook whenever the fuck I wanted. Like I've always wanted with it. Not always. I mean, this game's only been out a couple weeks, but like I've wanted with this game is to just use the grappling hook over and over again, and I finally got that, and that was very fun.
Imagine a game mode where it's like grapple hooks and like snipers only.
I would love that.
Wouldn't that be
grapple
insane?
hook
Or grapple
do shoddy snipes with the grappling hook always on. That'd be so fun.
I'm gonna change it right now though. It's grapple hook swords only. That's what I want.
That'd be fun too.
Grapple hook swords only. You're flying.
I got it a couple times where you hook onto someone and then just hit him with a sword when you go right into it.
Or just melee him.
Yeah, the grappling hook's so fun. I hope in the campaign. I understand why it's not in the multiplayer, but I hope in the campaign the grappling hook is just there all the time.
I think it's supposed to be. I think you get it from the start.
That'd be badass. Yeah, he does always have it on in the cutscenes of Master Chief, so that'd be cool. I'm so stoked.
He has it in the cover.
Man.
He has it on his hand in the cover.
Yeah, campaign. I'm so stoked for it, man. I've been watching a bunch of lore videos and stuff, just catching up, reminding myself what's going on here in the story. And
I should watch one of those. I think IGN they always do like catch up with story videos.
Yeah, they do a couple of those. Yeah,
I should watch. I should try to find a Halo one.
Yeah,
just to catch up.
I think it's Games Beat He's doing like a really good one where they're like, you might not want to watch it because they're all like 20 minutes long, but they go through every Halo game for like 20 minutes, like the full story. I've been watching those.
Oh, okay. I'll look into it. I definitely want to do a little catch up as well.
Yeah, yeah, you kind of need to. The lore's deep in Halo at this point. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on. There's a lot going into this game where it's like, okay, what's going on here?
So you were doing Halo Wars 2 for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was. So unfortunately with that, I got like 6 levels in, and then the save got corrupted.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. The save got corrupted, and anytime I was like reading on Reddit too, I found a Reddit thread of this, and this has been a problem since the game launched. Is you like try to load back into your save then, and it just won't load. The whole game will freeze. And it's like I've tried to do it so many different ways. I deleted Halo Wars 2 and then reinstalled it, hoping that would work. That won't work, and it's like you just end up having to delete your save and starting over. That was a bummer.
Sucks.
Yeah, that did suck. I was actually really into it too, and now I haven't played it in like a week. So yeah, that did suck. But it was I ended up just watching lore videos on Halo Wars 2 anyways, just to catch up on the story. But Halo Wars 2, I did have a great time with. Honestly, I was having a very fun time playing that game. It played exactly like Halo Wars 1 if you ever played that. So it was like pretty much just the same thing with a few different types of enemies and stuff like that. Types of people. I'm sure in multiplayer too, you could play as the brutes now, which you couldn't do in Halo Wars 1. I didn't check it out yet. I still have it downloaded, so maybe I'll check out the multiplayer.
I think there's the 3 factions now. It's the Banished, Covenant, and then the Humans, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you can play as the Banished. That is what I'm saying. I never got to do that in the campaign.
I know Sloan was playing the game. I think you can. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I want to know what the story is for that. So I definitely want to look up like a lore thing. For
look
that
up
game.
because there's some. It heavily leads into Halo Infinite.
Yeah,
I think.
Because I think the main villain is like the mentor to the main villain of Infinite or something, right?
Yeah. I believe so. I don't know if he's. I think he is the same main villain of this.
I don't think. I think it's a different guy.
Maybe it's a different brute. It might be.
Because I want to say it is because I think in this new campaign trailer for Infinite, that guy mentions the Halo Wars 2 guy.
The Halo Wars 2 guy. Okay.
I think
you might be right. I'll have to watch more lore videos. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Banished are super cool actually. Like they're really badass, and like the head brute. I don't know if he'll be in this, but he's pretty much like the Master Chief of the brutes. So that'll be like a really cool head-to-head, type thing in Halo Infinite that I'm looking forward to. That'll be fun. But Halo Wars 2 takes place like right after Halo 5, which is interesting. And so yeah, there's a lot of connections.
Well, he's like asleep again though, right?
Who?
Chief. Isn't he like waking up from like a cryo sleep again?
In Infinite?
I think so.
Is he? Okay. I don't know. Maybe he has to be
that was
because
in that...
where they're going in Halo Infinite, like where the new ring is, he might have had to go into cryo sleep just to even get there because I know it's like super far off from Earth. So
I want to say in that trailer they talk about him being in cryo sleep.
Maybe he was, and maybe Halo Infinite picks up a couple years later.
I think it does.
That could be a possibility. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it does.
Like I said, there's a lot going on into Halo Infinite. There's the whole Cortana thing too. Like
I want to say like, yeah, there's stuff with Cortana. I was just gonna say, there's stuff with Cortana.
Cortana is like pretty much evil now. I guess there's a lot of theories that she's actually being like controlled by someone else, but
could be. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I know that.
Be very interesting.
I would like to know what's happening with the Infinite. The what is it called? Infinity, the big ship with the other Spartans.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
There? Yeah. Where was that left off of in Halo 5?
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't either. I wonder where like Locke will be now and stuff like that too. Blue team. What's going on with them? And
where's his squad at?
Yeah, because they were all together at the end of Halo 5. So I don't know.
Maybe they'll get the band back together towards in this game. That'd be cool.
It's a shame that didn't work out because in Halo 5 too well. Because bringing Blue Team back and having Master Chief always be with them sounds like such a cool idea.
I want that so bad.
Yeah. I mean, we got that in Halo 5, right?
But yeah, you only got a few missions with him though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Plus, like, what's going on with this human character in Halo Infinite? I'm curious to see, like, where's he from? How did he even get there? Maybe he was just the pilot to the new ring. I don't know. Gotten really off track from what we've been playing, but
I think that there's like, I think he was a part of the ship or whatever that like gets attacked with all those Marines that are on the Halo. I think he was just like a a person that Chief helps out or something.
Sure, because it seems like he'll be flying you everywhere in Halo Infinite. So
Yeah.
we will see. What else have you been playing?
I've been playing Ruined King, a League of Legends story.
Is this where we do our Arcane review?
We could do that as well. Do you want to do that before or after Ruined King?
I have one episode left, so I'm just kidding.
Oh, we can't. We can't. Ooh, you need to finish that last episode, boy.
I finished episode 8 last night, and I was like, okay, I'll save episode 9 for tomorrow.
Okay. I do want to say before I get into Ruined King, there's one item that's like an equipable piece that kind of hints towards Piltover. It's called like the Piltover's monocle or something. I was like, hey, there's a little hint to that.
So
area
none of the
world.
characters from Arcane are in this?
No, this is different champions.
Okay.
So yeah, Ruined King is a RPG, turn-based. It is made by I forget the name of the studio, but they did Battle Chasers was their last game that they did. So it's got a very similar art style to Battle Chasers. Yeah, it's just in the League world. And the premise is this guy, he was a king or something, and his wife got murdered, his queen got murdered, and he went to do like a deal. He basically made a deal with like a demon dude, and he became
the
like
devil, you know. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know, you don't do that. He became corrupted, and now like there's this black mist that constantly attacks this other area across the water, which is called Pilgewater. Pilgewater is really the main town of the game, and there's this thing called a harrowing, which happens like every couple of years, where the black mist comes and kind of wipes a lot of the town out. They have to kind of fight against like ghosts and stuff. So the game picks up with your cast of characters. Sarah Fortune is really the main character, I would say. She basically like kind of kills this guy, blows his ship up, and then he tries to go awaken and take the power of the Ruined King. She thinks he's dead. And then you start getting the party back together to try to go after him and defeat him before he awakens the king and uses his power.
So that's kind of the turn-based game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a turn-based game. The combat is actually really interesting. It isn't just like, it is on a timeline where certain characters are faster, certain enemies are faster, but it also has they take kind of like League of Legends has different lanes, right? Like normally there's like 3 lanes in a League of Legends game. They kind of take that 3-lane idea and put that into combat. So certain abilities are just normal abilities that you could just use, and then you have like lane abilities. I forget what they're called exactly. I think the first one that might be speed. So if you do it like speed, it'll be quicker, but you might like do less damage. If you do balance, that's the more like normal attack. And then if you do power, it'll take longer to do, but it'll deal more damage. Okay. And then certain like enemies will have like a shield, right? And that shield you can only hit them if you do a balanced attack. You cannot do a speed attack. You can't do a power attack to get through it. It has to be a balanced attack. And every character has different abilities for the different, and then that you can use for the different lanes.
Cool. You beat it?
I did. They actually have like a story difficulty. You can kind of make it just super easy. They also have a way
you did.
I played it on story. I didn't really want to play a hard RPG.
Yeah. I don't mess with hard turn-based games, especially.
This game, and there's a lot going on with the combat.
Yeah,
and
I bet.
Each character has a ton of abilities. There's 6 characters that you get, and they're all amazing.
A lot of strategy going on here.
Yes, they're all like they all have like multiple things they could do. Like one's like a tank protector, one's more of like a tank healer. You know, like they all have a lot going on. I was gonna say something that I forgot.
Ruined King. So, like, did Arcane get you into this? Was that, like,
Yes.
what made you want to buy this? Yeah. I'm shocked how interesting the world of League of Legends is, you know? Like, who knew? Who fucking knew?
Yeah,
I was talking to my friend Jeff. He's super into League, and I was talking to him about the show, and he was just like, "See, I told you, I told you it was interesting."
Has he watched Arcane?
Yeah, he watched Arcane. He loved it. He says the lore is not like entirely what it was in.
It's more just
League
character
of
descriptions,
Legends.
right?
Yeah. He says, I mean, there's a lot of like different stuff going on, and like a lot of stuff like the hex and stuff is different in League, I guess. But you know, it's just he thought it was awesome too. He was just like, "See, I told you, great characters in League."
Yeah.
So I've been getting over shit for that for years.
The champions are really cool. Like I really like these characters in this game, and like you spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
And each one really kind of gets moments. I'd say like 2 of them out of the 6 are probably like more main people. But like they're all kind of, you kind of piece them together, and then you have like a good chunk where they're all together. I really like this game a lot. The music is awesome. I would say really check it out. Like I think I beat it in maybe 15, 16 hours. Beating it on story mode. I think it's worth it.
I would if it wasn't turn-based, you know? Like, I'm just not a big fan of turn-based at all.
I could.
Story mode might help.
Well, and there's something on top of that, too. If you play it on story mode, every time a fight starts, you can hit start and skip combat.
Really? That sounds awesome.
You can skip every, but you have to do it every time, which I guess can get kind of too much.
Why does it like load into the battle and then
you have to load into the battle?
Okay.
Yeah, and you also have to like maybe pretty much wait until your turn.
Sure.
And then you can skip the.
But what, story's good?
Yeah, you just story's amazing. Each character like I think there's what, so out of the 6, 3 of them are from like Bilgewater, like that kind of main town, and then 2 of them are from like one other area, and then 1 is from like a different area.
Okay.
They come to Bilgewater.
Sure.
So you kind of get different perspectives from each of the different like areas that they're at. Like this one guy Braum, he is from the Feljord, which is like a icy, very Nordic feel. He comes from like a very cold area. There's 2 characters, Ari and Yasuo. They come from Ionia, I think. And I didn't really get too much of really what that is about, but I kind of got like more of like an Asian flair to them. Sure. He's kind of like more of a big sword, kind of samurai without samurai armor, maybe more like a ninja, big sword. He's really cool. Ari is awesome. She's like a healer, but damage. She's like a mage. She has like a floating orb. She's probably one of my favorite characters.
So are all these characters also in League?
I'm pretty sure all 6 of the main cast. I don't know who else is though.
Yeah.
All 6 of the main cast, I'm pretty sure, are all characters. Especially Sarah Fortune, which is kind of the main character.
Yeah.
She's also awesome. She's like a pirate queen, and she has 2 flintlock pistols and high heels. She's just really cool. Also voiced by my favorite voice actor in the industry, Laura Bailey, voices Sarah Fortune. Of course. And then there's also 2 other voice actors that I love that are also from Critical Role. Matt Mercer voices kind of one of the main antagonist villains, Gangplank. He's kind of the guy that Sarah tries to kill and then goes to the Ruined King. That's voiced by Matt Mercer, he's awesome. And then Yasuo, the big sword guy, he is voiced by Liam O'Brien from Critical Role as well. I love all 3 of them. The voice cast is great. Yeah, it's really good.
It's awesome to see Riot kind of branching out here, Riot Games. You know, I know they didn't develop this, but you know, letting another developer use their IP to make a game, that's cool. And then obviously letting Netflix make this show is very cool. You know, their name pops up before every episode of the show. You know, credits. So they obviously had a big part to do with it. It's just cool to see. You know, that this is a developer that like I just never got to experience anything of because I'm just not into MOBAs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And then they're making that fighting game, the Project L. Doesn't have like a full name yet. Like I am so excited for that now because
that's the one with the really cool art style, right?
It's the really cool art style.
Yeah.
I think I showed you the trailer.
Yeah,
I told you to look it up.
Yeah. It's like Marvel's Capcom 2, right?
It kind of reminded me of Marvel's Capcom. Echo from Arcane, the show, is in there. And then Ari, if you kind of remember the characters in there, Ari was the one with the orb. She's like a fox girl.
Okay.
She's like wearing like white and red.
Sure.
She shoots like stuff out of her orb. She's in that fighting game as well. So is Jinx is in that trailer.
I'd imagine you have them all in a fighting game, right?
They showed one other guy that I don't know who that is, but that's probably just some other champion.
Season 2,
but
baby.
He could be, yeah.
They're gonna bring them all in eventually.
Yeah.
Is that all you've been playing, Danny?
Yeah, we're getting Halo, so I gotta try to find something to play until then.
Week, Wednesday. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Game Awards
Game
also
Awards next
on
week,
Thursday.
Yeah. Next week's gonna be awesome.
I know.
Week. Can't wait. Play Halo.
Have you been playing anything else?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Skyrim. Oddly enough, yeah. Checking out that Anniversary Edition. I ended up buying that because you get the free upgrade on if you own the Special Edition on PlayStation or Xbox. So I was messing around with that a little bit, and then I was just like, "Fuck it, I'll just buy the Anniversary Edition."
You playing on Xbox? Or you playing on?
I'm playing on PlayStation because that's where my save was and all that. So I was doing that. I wonder if you could carry your 360 save over though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never tried.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
Xbox
I guess you
really
could just
good with
download the Special Edition through Game Pass and then try it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that. That'd be cool. That'd be interesting to see what my 360 character.
They're good with
like.
that stuff.
They are very good with that stuff, right? Yeah. I don't know though, because I know you gotta load into the 360 menu when that thing pops up a lot of the time to like get
Let's
your
play
save
the 360 version.
Yeah, but would that work then to carry that save over into the new version?
It might just have your save done.
It might just be on there. We'll have to check this out.
Yeah,
that might
I'd like
work.
to know.
That'd be really cool to go see because I haven't seen that character in like 10 years or whatever. I think I have two characters on 360 actually, but yeah. Anyways, I've been playing the Anniversary Edition. Really cool. A lot of runs at 60 frames now. Looks great. It's 4K now too, so looks amazing. Runs great. The loading times. I gotta talk about that because you remember the 360 back in the day. Loading times for Skyrim were unbearable. This like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You know what it is here? You know what it is now? It's 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I watched the Digital Foundry thing last night on it. It's 2 seconds. It used to be 2 minutes. It's crazy. Yep. Skyrim used to get even worse than that.
It was notorious because like it was so bad that they had to give you something to do while you're loading.
Yeah, so you would spin around those things. Yeah, you don't even notice it anymore. It'll pop up for like a quick second, then it's gone.
No, I want to try to spin it.
Yeah, you don't even get time to read anything anymore. It's crazy. But yeah, it really does help the gameplay too of that. I feel you really don't get distracted anymore because you're just continuously going. I feel like the loading times that's gonna be such a weird thing to look back on in like 5 years after we're all so used to these consoles and loading so quickly, and then like it'll be funny to go back and like play like a PS4 game or an Xbox One game and then notice loading times again and be like, damn, we used to just fucking deal with this all the time. It already kind of feels like that. But yeah, also in the Anniversary Edition they got like the fishing now, which is very basic. You just throw the line, wait a second, and then you just wait for something to move your pole a little bit. Then you press A and he picks it up. It's so.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's more for just like scenery, and like you get some birds chirping, and you see a dragon flying in the background.
And you like collect them and then like mount them.
Yeah, I think you can put them up in your house and stuff like that. Okay. I know there's farming now, which I haven't dug into, so I'm interested to see what that looks like more. Yeah. What I've really been playing though is like all the new missions they've added through the Creation Club thing. These are like new missions that were mods originally, I think. And they just like picked ones they liked and then actually added them into the game.
Is that Forgotten City mod there?
Ooh, no, that would have been interesting though. I don't think it is.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they just picked that down.
Yeah, I think that just kind of got. I think that since that became its own game, I think they kind of separated themselves from that.
It makes sense.
Yeah, since it's its own thing now. There's missions though that like connect to Oblivion though now in Morrowind, which are really interesting. And then there's a lot of new like Daedric missions, which are like the demons.
The Daedric missions are awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones of those. They seem to pick missions that are like different from any of theirs. So there was one where I was like stuck in a room, and it was like a sort of adventure type game all of a sudden where I had to like find different
room?
Yeah, like an escape room where I had to like find different items and then like read notes and stuff like that. And I had to like really piece a puzzle together to like figure out how to get out of this room, which is something completely different for Skyrim, I think.
I like that.
Yeah. And another one where you had to use the shouts just differently. You had to like move shit with the Fusto Ra and like move them out of place to like move on a certain section, and like there was like fire things coming out of the wall, and you had to like use that to move a vase that would stop the fire things from coming out of the wall. Just little shit like that.
Puzzle stuff.
Yeah, I think they just kind of like found cool missions that people have made that changed up gameplay a little bit, and they were like, okay, cool, let's like add these into the game since they're so interesting and stuff like that. And I know Todd Howard in that interview with Ryan McCaffrey that came out a month ago was talking about how they actually hired people that made some of these missions into Bethesda Game Studios. So like that's super cool to see stuff like that, right? Yeah, why not? Hire people that love your games and are already making stuff for your game into that. That's what's so interesting about these Bethesda games is like the modding community makes completely different stuff with these games. It's like a whole new world when you get into modding in Skyrim and Fallout.
They embrace it.
Oh yeah, they love it. I think that's one thing that didn't work out so well with Fallout 4 is they tried adding that in a little bit with the whole create your own little community, right? And like you could build up your own houses and stuff like that. I think they were just trying to add in modding and stuff like that, like into the actual game, and it just ended up not working out too well.
Yeah, that whole building your house, I did not. It definitely took
no,
me away from not
it's a
wanting
cool
to play
idea, but like that was like the big new thing for Fallout 4, and I think that's why Fallout 4 is kind of like looked down upon. I think Fallout 4 is a great game, but I just think it doesn't add anything new to the franchise except for that, which ended up being pretty lackluster.
I guess the biggest thing is more like choices for dialogue.
Yeah, choice
probably one of the bigger
also things. Fallout 4 was the only game they made thus far that introduced the whole like Mass Effect style where you'd actually see your character talk and stuff like that. It added much more personality to your main character, which I expected to be carried over into Starfield. But
I think you're going to be. I think that they're making a main character.
Definitely.
Like a Shepard-esque. Maybe you're still gonna be able to create your own character. They love the character creation, but I definitely see like a picking things. But they're gonna put a lot of personality into that character. I could see.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, back to Skyrim though. Like the draw distance is really cool now. You can actually like see really far away. You can see dragons like actually flying now like really far away, which is like super interesting. Because I just played the PS4 version 2 years ago, and I was like working on platinuming that for forever, and now I'm gonna try to platinum this one now too. It'll just be a game I play for years to come because it takes so
everyone
long
else.
Skyrim. Yeah, and it's just interesting to see all the little upgrades. 10-year-old game just looks amazing now, runs better than it ever should.
Yeah, one of the greats.
And then I played more Forza. I've kind of been bouncing back and forth between that and Halo. Whenever I turn on my Xbox, I'll play like a good hour of Halo and then jump into some Forza, do a couple races there. I definitely end up putting more time into Halo than Forza, but still enjoying Forza quite a bit. I like just popping in a race now and then. I'm so bad at that game though. All I do is crash.
I have not played very much of that game. Like I want to get going and get the Aston Martin, like I talked about when it launched, but I haven't played.
Yeah, beautiful world. I'm sure if I was like more into cars, I would get super into it, because there's a lot of customization with the cars and like picking your engine and stuff like that. And like when I get into those menus, I couldn't care less,
Yeah, you zone out.
Yeah, I'm just like, give me the fastest thing possible. I don't know what the fuck I'm even looking at here, And then just having fun with Forza, Halo, already talked about, and that's pretty much it. Having a great time with that Xbox, man. Just downloading a bunch of Game Pass stuff.
Game Pass, yeah.
I'm trying to think what else I played on. There's something else I want to talk about. I can't think of it now. Hellblade I checked out. I want to check out that Series X upgrade. Oh. Yeah, looks beautiful, man.
Yeah. I mean, that game looked great when it came out.
Yeah, it did. It looks even better now. I forgot the voices in that game are so creepy when you first start.
Were you wearing headphones?
Yeah, I was wearing these. Yeah,
I didn't play.
These are like the 3D headset too, so they're just like everywhere. They're like whispering to you, like, "Get out!" I'm like, "Oh Jesus."
Yeah, I love the voice. It's like turn around.
Yeah,
and then there's nothing there.
Yeah. I can't wait for Hellblade 2.
Dude, I know. I'm so excited for the game. Hopefully, we see that soon. Maybe E3.
Maybe Game Awards. They did premiere it at Game Awards, man. We could get a gameplay trailer. That like Hellblade 2 could be next year.
We haven't seen what they're working on because they're working on what 3 games right now.
Yeah, there was that one like super realistic one they're working on, right? Yeah.
Project Mara.
Yeah, like I'd imagine Hellblade 2's got to be at the front of the line there for them.
Maybe, but that's probably like a really small team over there, and then you got the main team. But I would like to see anything from them.
Me too. Yeah, great team too. So can't wait to see that. And yeah, that's all I've been playing. Looking forward to Halo.
What are you gonna play this week before Halo?
Not entirely sure. Probably just keep doing what I've been doing, bouncing around between Forza, Halo, and Skyrim. Having a fun time with that. So not a bad plan.
No.
But yeah, once that campaign gets here, I'm gonna just go balls
Yeah,
deep into that.
I gotta find something to play before that. So I did buy the Black Friday, or sometime within that. I bought the Mafia Trilogy
Oh, nice.
remastered. So I might just pop into Mafia 1, try to beat Mafia 1.
Is it the definitive edition?
Yeah, the definitive edition.
Okay,
You
cool.
get all. I
I've
got
been
all
meaning
three
to
of them.
check that out for
Yeah, me
ever since
too.
it came out. So
Never played any of the Mafias, so I know the first two are a little more linear, and then I know the third one's like a little more open world.
yeah,
So
I played a good amount of the third one. Very good story, but
I want to just play for the narrative. I don't care
Yeah.
about anything else.
the combat was bad. It was
Yeah.
just, people say it's like, I just think it was like straight bad. You know what I mean? I just,
I'm sure it's
very
fine.
basic. It's fine, yeah, it is. But like, I don't, what is fine nowadays? But yeah, it was very much just get behind someone, stab them with a knife. If not, just shoot them with a pistol. It was, super
Yeah.
basic.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out. So that's probably going to be my weekend game.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Some nice upgrades there. You got a game for me, Daniel?
Oh, I was not prepared for one. Do you have time for one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, okay. Let me pull one up. I have one. I had one last week, but I did not. We did not do it last week. So let me pull up the game. I have it right here. I'm ready whenever you are. I'm excited. See if you can get this one.
Did this game come out before the year 2000?
It did not.
Thank God.
I should have said we're playing 20 questions. I didn't say it.
Oh yeah.
You knew it. You knew it. You're going.
I
straight
know.
into
I
it.
know. You're like, I got a game. All right, here we go. 20 questions.
Did not come out before.
Cool. Did this game come out before the year 2010?
No, it did not.
Ooh, okay. Did this game originally release on the PS4, Xbox One? Do you consider Switch in there? Wii U, maybe?
I consider both of them, I guess.
That
It did not. It did not.
Ooh, it's a this gen game? Maybe? Oh, it could be 360. Right. This game originally
I didn't
come
say
out-
anything. You're like, you're right. I didn't
well,
say.
I'm talking to myself here. I'm right. Did this game originally come out in the 360 PS3 gen?
It did.
Okay, cool. Late 360 PS3 gen game. Gotcha. Is this game exclusive to PlayStation?
Yes.
Ooh. Good pull, Connor. Good job. Alright. This is when I got the PS3. I actually didn't get a PS3 till like 2013. I didn't get it till God of War Ascension came out.
I didn't have one. I think it was
This was
2011.
a pretty bad game.
Unless you got it after that. Wasn't that 2011?
Ascension might have been 2012. Something like that. I remember barely playing it until I played Ascension, I played Infamous, and then I played Uncharted.
I shouldn't be saying any of this because this might help you.
And then I didn't touch it until Last of Us came out.
I didn't even get a PS3. I was just PS4.
Yeah, you didn't really need one.
There was some stuff.
There was, especially towards the tail end there. Okay. Was this game
got it.
developed by Naughty Dog?
Yes,
Making this too easy on me, man.
I did.
Is this game set in the Uncharted series?
It is not.
Okay.
Well, we don't know.
You're gonna try to connect Last of Us and Uncharted there, huh? There is the newspaper clipping in Uncharted 3, which I think I don't know about that. Does this game have clickers in it?
No. Yeah, it does.
Okay. Maybe it's the Left Behind DLC people. No, Daniel could be trying to trick me here. Is this game The Last of Us?
It is. I would never do a DLC. It was developed by Naughty Dog, published by Sony Computer Entertainment, released June 14th. Oh, that was like an E3 game,
Yeah.
2013. And then they had the re-release July 29th, 2014. Is The Last of Us. Yeah, there
What a
was that
game.
newspaper. There is that newspaper. See, I wanted to do something that like a game everyone loves, everyone knows, but I was seeing if maybe I can trick you.
Nah, not with The Last of Us. Bit too good, you know. Love that
Yeah,
game, man.
yeah,
Love The
yeah.
Last. It's such a good game. Fucking loved
It-
it at the time when that came
Top-
out,
top-
man. That game blew
See,
my mind.
I didn't play it until 2014 because I didn't have.
Oh, you didn't play
a
it until the
PS3.
remaster?
I didn't have. I didn't have a
Oh, okay.
PS3, so it was 2014 for me.
Yeah.
I guess this is a future 20 questions thing. I would never do a DLC.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. The Last of Us, I think they sold it standalone. Maybe you could have got away with that.
I don't think you could play it standalone.
You couldn't? The Left Behind
I don't
thing?
think so.
I swear you could for like $6 or something. Maybe not. Maybe
You could buy it, but like I don't.
Maybe
I think
that's
you
just
had to
how much
have
it
the
cost.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great DLC though.
Yes, I mean that's legendary.
Yeah, one of the best DLC ever for sure.
Yeah.
One of the best games ever. Love that game.
So good.
That was the Nerdic Gods episode 95. So
95, yeah, 95.
Only 5 weeks away from 100, huh?
I know, we're so close.
Yeah, really close. Will that line up with our Game of the Year thing? I guess we'll be like 1 week over, huh?
No, we'll be doing that soon, I assume, right?
Well,
Next,
that'll
like
be
3 to 4 weeks.
That'll be the last episode we put out of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll be like the week after
weeks.
Christmas.
So that might be episode 99.
Yeah.
Lines up a little weird. Maybe we should just do the Game of the Year episode for episode 100.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I mean, that would be a good episode 100. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. We're at, what are we at? 187 subscribers right now. We're really trying to get to 200, especially before that episode 100. If we could get there, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to subscribe to us on audio platforms. Leave us those 5-star reviews and whatnot. Daniel?
Leave a comment.
Anything else you want to say, Daniel?
Be kind to each other.
Sure. Be horrible to each other, get in some fights, start a riot, rob a bank.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You should not say that. You should not be saying that.
I'll come here for good advice. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.